Hello and welcome back to another Out of Spec Reviews video. This is going to be an interesting series, kind of rapid fire videos. We're going to be driving a whole bunch of new cars across the automotive gamma, from Lexus ES's, Toyota Sienna minivans to Ford Broncos, ID4s, JCW Minis, you name it, a whole bunch of stuff. And we're starting here with the Bronco. This is a Sasquatch maxed out. Tijmen and I are going to do quick driving impressions on a whole bunch of different cars. So let's jump inside the Bronco, take it for a quick blast, and see how we think this Ford Bronco does, as it's our first time getting to drive this thing. Tijmen, we are in
the all-new Bronco.
The Bronco, baby! 2021 Bronco, first edition, has everything on it, of course. We have the EcoBoost V6, which, where's my book? Let me just run you through some specs on this thing, because it's insane. This isn't going to be our full review. This is just a quick drive that we have in this thing, and we wanted to bring you guys with it. So you can get it, obviously, 2-door and 4-door. It's based on the all-new T6 architecture. Really awesome architecture. They claim, you know, sort of the enthusiast character of the Mustang, but build quality and toughness of a Super Duty.
Let's hope.
We'll not put that to the test today, but we will for sure. Over 200 factory accessories for this car.
Yes, and you can get a 2.3 and a 2.7, but you can't spec LEDs on the very base model.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's a fun fact. So if you want LEDs, don't get a base one. And you don't want non-LEDs. The LEDs look so good.
They look so much better.
But you can get manual or automatic in the 4-cylinder version, which makes 275 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque. But if you fill it with premium fuel, it makes 300 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, so I'd run premium anyway. Yeah. You know, turbocharged, especially up here at altitude, you need it. This one's 2.7 liter V6, 315 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, regular fuel. Premium fuel, 330, 415. So pretty spicy.
Yeah, you could definitely pull more out of that too.
Yeah, I've never actually driven the 2.7 because most of the loans that we get, the cars, they all have the 3.5 EcoBoost, and they're all, you know, $80,000, $90,000 F-150s. So I'm excited for this one for sure. This one has the Sasquatch pack, the sway bar disconnects, the locking front and rear diffs, the turn assist where it'll lock the inside wheel when you're making a turn to decrease the radius. It also has off-road one-pedal driving, like an EV.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and we have GOAT modes, but it's spelled G-O-A-T, but it actually stands for go over any type of terrain. So Ford obviously doesn't know how to make correct acronyms. I actually looked that up. I thought it was just go over any terrain, but Ford in all the briefing is go over any type of terrain. But it's just G-O-A-T. Tell me how that makes sense.
You just got a vinyl print another T.
Yeah, this is a big problem we need to fix here. We have a massive display here. It's got to be, I don't know, 12 inches, something huge like that. Biggest cameras ever. What else do you need to know about this thing? Pretty much nothing.
It's a Bronco.
Badass.
Yeah.
Let's go drive the Bronco. Into drive. We're actually at an event today, and this is the start of our quick drive series, right, where we're just going to hammer through a whole bunch of cars, even if we've already driven them, and just revisit and refresh ourselves with sort of the automotive landscape on the market. And what better way to start than the brand new Ford Bronco? So that was our friend Steve Parrott, who runs Nissan PR. It's just cool to see everyone kind of here for getting together again, right?
Yeah.
Super nice. So, Tijmen, give me the impressions of the Bronco versus the Jeep JL, because we'll spend some time in the Jeep. Which would you choose? Why? And because you're interested in this segment of vehicle, you've owned a Jeep.
Yeah, I've owned a Jeep, a manual Jeep V6. Honestly, did not like it that much. I commuted with it for about 5 months, about an hour. And on the highway, the gear shift is just going like this the entire time.
So explain why it would be going like that. Is that because it was falling out of gear, or didn't have enough torque to maintain the speed, or what was going on?
Well, I don't know the exact reason. It stayed in the gear fine. It just, at highway speeds, it just flops around.
Hunting for gears. I've noticed in some Jeep products that they actually can't maintain a cruising pace.
Well, that is too. I was going, I think it was like 80 miles an hour, gust of wind hit the front end, and I thought the the hood was just gonna fly into my windshield. I just like, okay, I'm done with this car.
Right, so they all feel really tinny, and honestly, they're garbage on the highway. Even the brand new
off-road,
ones.
they're fantastic.
Yeah, and I think they feel a little bit less wide than this.
Yeah, this definitely feels a bit wider.
Yeah, I thought that was a major accident. It was just a dump truck, not attached. So, okay, so that's the Jeep situation. Great off-roader, terrible on the street, no question.
And from the looks of this, it looks better. It seems more sturdy on just public roads.
Yeah, I mean, this thing feels great, and you get good engine choices.
Yeah, you get better engine choices.
You don't get any good engines in the Jeep now. Well, you get the V8 now,
yeah.
But that's 70 grand. This thing, foot down, okay, it's not that fast. Yeah. I thought we were gonna see quite a bit more acceleration pulling out of here. We got the top open in the Bronco, just the front portion, but look, that gets up and goes. But I think after that, I wouldn't want the 4-cylinder.
Yeah, I think I'd have to drive the 4-cylinder, but I also told myself I would never own another 4-cylinder, so it kind of just leaves me with the 2.7.
Leaves you with the 2.7. Interesting, small displacement V6 with a tune. This thing makes some serious power. You're in charge of directions, by the way.
Yeah, I think we're going the right way.
Because we're leading a pack of cars.
Oh.
So, 10-speed auto in this. We have it in normal mode. No off-roading, but I would say initial impression of the Bronco.
Nice.
Feels solidly built. Better driving position than the Jeep. Almost no rattles, which is surprising. And just an overall, like, I'm digging this thing. Really digging this thing. We've now had the opportunity to spend a little bit more time with the Bronco, get to know it on higher speed roads, in the corners, and my impressions are just, again, first time driving a Bronco. We're not off-roading or anything, just like, holy smokes. Right? This thing, I mean, it's maxed out. This is, you know, 70 grand.
Yeah, there's no empty buttons. There's nothing. This thing's fully optional.
Not a missing button here. But, dude, this thing rocks.
Yeah,
just looks good.
It's pretty sick.
Good. So I love the brake pedal. So as much as I hate the brake pedal in the Mustang Mach-E, I like the brake pedal calibration on this. I think they did a great job. I think the power's fine. I would tune mine.
Right.
You know, I think it gets up to speed. It's not meant to be a performance vehicle. Certainly way more capable than like a Pentastar V6 Wrangler, right? And then I know there's other versions. You get the turbo 4-cylinder, you get the 4xe now. We're gonna sample all of those throughout this series. And so these will be kind of rapid fire videos, but our impression of Bronco, big thumbs up. If you're in the market for this, you're not gonna be disappointed with this car. Again, we haven't spent too much time with it off-road, but where you're gonna spend most of the time with this is on the pavement,
right.
And it's just way better than anything else in this category. End video.